We begin tonight with that explosive new interview. The woman who had an affair with the killer is speaking out just days before he's sentenced to life in prison. Good evening. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Shannon Ogden.
And I'm Ann Trujillo, and she's talking about her romantic life with Christopher Watts, even up to the moments he confessed.
Denver 7's Jace Larson's in the studio tonight with the tales of the interview given to our news partner, the Denver Post.
Yeah, that's right. Her name is Nichol Kessinger, and this is what she looks like. She is a woman who worked in the oil business and in the same office building as Christopher Watts. For the first time tonight, Nichol Kessinger is agreeing to show her face and tell her side of the story. Kessinger says Watts first saw her in the break room, and then in mid-June, he came to her office to introduce himself. She said when he spoke to me, he was very soft-spoken. He appeared to be a good listener. Kessinger says Watts deceived her, though, never wearing a wedding ring and lying, saying he was in the final stages of a divorce. Then the next month, in July, she says they started dating, and they started seeing each other 4 or 5 times a week. He even asked her to help find an apartment, claiming he and his girls needed one after the divorce was final. He made me believe that he was doing all of the things that a rational man and a good father would do, she said. In an interview with Denver 7, Watts' parents said they had an inkling that their son was having an affair while his wife Shanann was visiting her family on the East Coast.
I think there may have been an emotional relationship prior to her leaving to come to North Carolina, and it may have progressed into something else when she was gone. I don't know anything about it. Chris didn't talk to us a lot about any of his personal life. He didn't, but you could see it. You could see it when you went down, when you went to visit.
When his family went missing and it was everywhere on the news, Kessinger says she realized he'd been lying to her, and she called the Weld County Sheriff's Office the day he was arrested. She's one of the people listed on the prosecution's witness list. I just wanted to help, she said. With a pregnant woman and 2 children missing, I was going to do anything that I could. Watts has reached a plea deal admitting that he's murdered his family, and he's set to be sentenced to life in prison on Monday. And if you're hoping that she knows why Watts did it, she says, I don't think there is a logical explanation. We mentioned that she spoke to our partners at the Denver Post. Tonight we have an early look at what the front page of tomorrow's Denver Post is going to look like. This story is front and center. You can read more of this interview. We have a link to this story posted at thedenverchannel.com.
Boy, still so much out there. Incredible.
Thank you, Jace.
Thank you, Jace.
And Christopher Watts will be sentenced Monday. Also, we could get an autopsy report that day. We will be in court. We will be there live with live coverage on air and on the Denver 7 Facebook page.